He's dead, he can't talk.
Well, it just so happens that your friend here is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead.
What's that?
Hey! Hello in there! Hey, what's so important? What you got here that's worth living for?
Humiliations galore.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Joe Biden just got out of a car and onto a plane and then stared into the middle distance confusedly as reporters asked him questions. And this is an evergreen tweet about every single day of the Joe Biden residency inside of the White House. Yet today, this happening is quite newsworthy because we haven't seen Joe Biden in an entire week. And in that week, Joe Biden allegedly had COVID, and decided to drop out of the race entirely. Even though we haven't seen him, no photos of him, no proof of life. And that all changed a moment ago when Joe Biden walked across a tarmac, a short, 15 feet, to a waiting staircase. Now, Joe Biden needs, according to what I can see here, at least 25 people to make this short walk. But here we go. This was in Wilmington, Delaware. Joe Biden getting up the staircase here moments ago. You can hear sort of the roar of the engines. You can hear reporters asking questions.
How are you feeling, sir?
And then you can see Joe Biden barely being able to walk.
Come on over.
Joe Biden can barely lift his legs up off the ground as he goes up the stairs. And ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden does make it up the stairs. No spoiler alert. Joe Biden makes it up the stairs. So there we go. We have a tune-in here, which is a little bit of a close-up from Fox News. Same clip. I'll tell you this, Joe Biden looks unhealthy. You see he has a mask there. Joe Biden does not look well. Joe Biden looks unhealthy. Again, he can barely move his legs when he walks. He can barely,
how are you feeling?
barely walk at all.
Mr. President, how are you feeling?
How are you feeling,
How are you
sir?
feeling?
Respond to questions.
Come on
How are you
over.
feeling since you dropped out of the race, sir?
How are you feeling about Harris's campaign?
Can Harris beat Trump? Can Harris beat Trump, Mr. President?
And then goes up the stairs. Okay. So yeah, I guess everybody's saying that Joe Biden isn't alive. I guess presumably this means Joe Biden is alive, right? Joe Biden can barely walk. Something horrible has happened. I said it's not COVID. He's sick. It's been a massive cover-up. I mean, look at the guy. I'm not wrong here. Joe Biden can barely walk. And when Joe Biden got into Washington, D.C., he was asked by reporters, hey, what, you just dropped out of the presidential race. That was alarmingly shocking. Nobody saw you do that. The signature doesn't even look like yours. What say you, sir?
Why did you drop out, Mr. President? Why did you drop out of the election? Was it a difficult decision to make?
All right. Listen, I'm just here to report what the internet says, like people are saying this doesn't look like Joe Biden. His lips look a little weird and his face looks a little weird. I'll let you decide. This is as close up of a image as we have. He does still have the creepy fake hair wisping off to the side and the creepy neck hair. And we have Joe Biden with a fat upper lip. I don't know what it all means. What does it all mean? We're not sure. But this is Joe Biden after his doctor said that he tested negative for COVID. Well, nobody ever really thought he had COVID. But that's what they say. Biden's alive. That was getting weird, says Senator Mike Lee. Joe Biden is alive. Breaking. First time since COVID diagnosis is filmed heading to Washington. All right. Proof of life. Uh-oh. But Team Kamala has completely taken over. I appreciate that Biden held his mask in his hand the entire video As everybody knows, that's where masks are the most effective in preventing the transmission of COVID. Why'd you step down? Biden looks on confusedly. Does Joe Biden know he stepped down? Did Joe Biden know he stepped down? Right? So, like, this is the face that he makes when somebody asks him, why did you step down?
Why did you drop out of the election? Was it a difficult?
Joe Biden then just smiles and glares off into the sun. Like, what is this? This is the face he makes. It's almost like he's hearing it for the first time. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not pretty. Listen, when we first heard that Joe Biden had COVID live, we had Kash Patel on the program. We were live from the RNC. This was last Wednesday. And we heard that, and Kash Patel's initial reaction to this, and of course Kash Patel's like one of those super scary guys who knows so much about the deep state. He's in charge of the Pentagon for President Trump. He's a federal prosecutor, like lived and worked and grew up in the deep state, and he's on our side. He's awesome. You know Kash Patel. Here was his initial reaction.
Hey. All right, we have breaking news. Joe Biden has tested positive for COVID, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Biden has tested positive for the virus that Dr. Fauci created. So blame Dr. Fauci. Well, there it is. That's the breaking news.
Well, it's the setup. We saw it. The Biden administration just put out before this positive test that if he were to have a medical incident, he would consider opting out of the race. They are working to take him out. COVID is step one, and then they're going to have step two.
Wow.
Wow. This is Kash Patel, and wasn't Kash so smart? Pretty amazing. Wasn't Kash so smart? A couple of really quick things here. So it turns out that the step two that Kash was talking about there was a horrible medical emergency, right? Don't wish harm on anyone, but apparently Joe Biden suffered what many are describing as a mini stroke and had an emergency that took him out of Las Vegas, where he was supposed to be giving a speech. The president suffered an undisclosed medical emergency in Vegas and was rushed back to the airport. This is why Is Joe Biden alive was the #1 search result in the world, according to Google, why members of Congress were demanding proof of life from Joe Biden. And why we were very, very scared of clips like this of Joe Biden being incapable of raising his feet to take the stairs on Air Force One. You can see this. This was him on his way out. Yikes. Something really terrible is happening to Joe Biden. I don't think it's the sniffles, right? I just got to tell you, don't think it's the sniffles. Of course, Joe Biden canceled the speech quite dramatically and then ran to his plane. The plane took off so fast that the plane shook the entire flight, according to the reporters. Then, lo and behold, out of absolutely nowhere, Joe Biden decides to drop out of the presidential race. See ya. Gone. In COVID isolation. Kamala Harris then takes over, right? Quick as a whip. And then Kamala Harris runs to do an interview with Joe Biden over the phone. Yeah. When Kamala Harris says, it's really nice to have you on the recording. I mean, call. You buying this?
It's mutual.
I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere, Joe.
I'm watching you.
Is that? I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere.
Thank you all. Thank you. Can we just give it up again for my husband? It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice. We love Joe and Jill. We really do. They truly are like family to us.
So do we.
And we do. Everybody here does.
It's mutual.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? We still have you on the call.
It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call.
She said recording, man. She said it. You know, Ben Carson's one of those people that you got to listen to when he pops one off. Who knows the condition of President Biden? We haven't seen him in days. One thing we do know at the moment, DEI is alive and well. It's amazing. Some dudes from Silicon Valley did a AI test on that voice call for Biden. using one of the most powerful AI voice replicators in the world. And here's what they came up with.
I know yesterday's news was surprising and it was hard for you to hear, but it was the right thing to do. I know it's hard because you poured your heart and soul into me.
Okay, let's just go on old 11 Labs and see if that's really all they probably used for this. So, upload. There we go. And let's see what we got. Yeah, looks like they didn't even really try.
So the AI has an app where you can upload audio and it'll tell you if it's AI or not. It says that it's AI. Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? Yeah. Okay. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, living inside the new, our new personal hell.
Oh, thank
right?
you. Can we just give it up again for my husband?
The fake accent for my husband. Oh, man. What's going on? Joe Biden looks sick, man. He looks bad. And this proof of life thing, we'll see. And Joe Biden's supposed to give an announcement, a live announcement from the Oval Office tomorrow. So we'll see what they have to say. We'll be live for it. But this is what they're trotting out for us to convince us that everything's fine. Yeah, I'm not convinced. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It's your boy Benny. See ya.